guys.
Hey.
Woo!
Thank you.
That's so grateful. Now, you guys, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be introducing all of the, not just the judges at first, but we're also going to introduce all of these people who will be, doing their pitches. And we're going to be reading off of these papers mainly because people are really amazing, and we want to make sure they get credit for all the things that they've done. So we're going to start with giving the bios of our judges who are dope as all get out.
Yes. So our first judge that we will be talking about is Stephen Green.
Raise your hand, Stephen.
Okay, don't be shy. So Stephen is an There we go. Thank you. Yes. Give it up. So Stephen is an economist, entrepreneur, and economic development professional, having worked at Portland Development Commission and a number of Portland area banks. Let's see. Stephen has helped startups get access to the capital they need to start, grow, and prosper. In 2015, he co-founded Elevate Capital, one of the nation's first venture capital firms focused exclusively on investing in entrepreneurs from underrepresented communities. Stephen is currently the city manager for Town Squared, a Bay Area startup, and serves on a number of boards and commissions, including the Oregon Growth Board and the Oregon Small Business Advisory Cabinet.
All right.
Hey, Stephen.
You deserve it. Good work.
Next up, we have Jasmine Lawrence. Hey, Jasmine.
Raise your hand, Jasmine. All right.
Jasmine Lawrence is a master's student at the University of Washington studying human-centered design and engineering. When she's not racking up gamer score on Xbox Live, she's creating cross-platform social experiences for gamers around the world as a program manager on the Xbox engineering team at Microsoft. At the age of 13, after attending NFTE BizCamp, Jasmine founded Eden Bodyworks to meet her own need for affordable natural hair and body care products. After 12 years in business, her products are available at Target, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Amazon, Kroger's, HEB, and Sally Beauty Supply.
Yes.
Just to name a few. Hey,
Yeah,
girl.
I need some new conditioner too.
Seriously.
Let me look into that.
I got a really great long one. I got Miss Pamela Banks. So Pamela Banks, yes, y'all probably already know her. We're gonna give it all up because you deserve it. Okay. So Pamela Banks is president and chief executive officer of the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. For more than 30 years, you can't tell by looking at her, Pamela has been a leading member in the city of Seattle and greater Puget Sound region. She is a tireless advocate for the equity and social justice, as well as building community partnerships and strengthening community engagement. As a longtime resident of Seattle's Central District, in tandem with working with the city, for the city, she continued personal and private outreach to African Americans and other communities of color. Pamela has served on multiple boards, which included the Rainier Valley Chamber of Commerce, the Seattle International Baseball League, and is a founding member of the Garfield High School Foundation.
Bulldogs!
I went to Franklin. She currently sits on the board and executive committee for the Alliance for Education and is president of her condominium association. So in this June of 2012, Pamela became the second woman in the 85-year history of Urban League to hold the position of president and CEO.
Yes,
That's a big deal.
Yes.
Okay, and so next we have Marcus Harrison Green. Marcus? Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Marcus is the author of a novel, A Year Without April, and executive editor of the South Seattle Emerald. Foregoing a career in investment banking to take up his passion for writing full-time, which has cultivated from many hours spent devouring the works of William Faulkner, James Baldwin, and Woody Allen. He was inspired to pen his first novel in allegorical tale. Okay. I see you, brother. For the heartbroken, as an attempt to find a remedy for a badly crushed heart that was slow to mend. In mending. His writing has appeared in the Huffington Post, Just a Guy Thing, and The Aspiring Gentleman. He currently resides in his beloved South Seattle.
All right.
Hey. So those are our judges. So here's how things are going to go. We're going to introduce each startup. They'll give their 10-minute pitch. The judges will ask them some questions questions for about 5 minutes. And then Talk Spin, we'll do a little 2-minute little vibe so the judges can talk it out, okay? So let's, Before we begin though, we want to thank the sponsors. Without their support, this event and competition wouldn't be possible. So we have Amazon, Comcast, Google, Zillow, Vulcan, Washington Hall, and Movin'.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, let's get ready. Also, give it up for the food.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
That brown girl cooks.
That hit the spot for me personally. I'm trying to get some leftovers. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we can bring them on up to the stage while you intro.
All right, so the first contestant is Alphonso Jordan. Alphonso Jordan is the founder and CEO of Yellowbird, an Atlanta-based startup helping underserved millennials understand personal finance on mobile devices. Yellowbird is currently in the development stage and will be launching in January of 2017. In addition to leading Yellowbird, Alphonso is a member of the USA Track and Field team. Prior to founding Yellowbird, Alphonso worked as the art director of Travel Noir and creative director to Park Pick. Alphonso is a native of Charlotte, North Carolina, graduate of Georgia Tech, and currently completing his Master's of Fine Arts at Savannah College of Arts and Design.
All right.
Hey, Alphonso, are you here? Hello.
He's literally at work getting paid right now to hang out with us in Atlanta.
Is he? Yeah.
How do we hook a robot up?
Oh, okay.
Enjoy, you guys.
Can you hear me? Yeah. All right, cool. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so thank you all for allowing me to be a part of this great opportunity right here at Hack the CD. I try and be as big as possible. I know I'm setting up your party right now. So I'm presenting Yellowbird, which is a financial education platform making things easier for everyone moving forward. So it's an education problem. A lot of us aren't privy to teaching our kids or being the kids and parents financial literacy at home. And so we really want to start within the household, within communities. As you see the slide before you, 27 times more money spent on advertising than they are education in 2014. So these companies are spending a lot of money on getting you signed up to do mail and ads, presentations, TV commercials and whatnot. So we really want to change that. To the middle, you see 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 saved. That's pretty much a root canal. So not a lot of money to begin with. And then finally, 60% of Americans can't pass the basic financial knowledge test. Our target market is obviously millennials, 18 to 24-year-olds primarily. They make up approximately 86 million Americans right now in this country. And our more specific target market is the underbanked millennials, 18 to 24-year-olds. Which is about 30 million people. We have quite a few favorable trends in our market. Mobile learning, it's something that a lot of people are really comfortable with. 37 billion by 2020. And secondly, mobile banking. The last time someone my age has gone into a bank and deposited a check or taking out money, probably 4 or 5 years ago. So we're becoming increasingly more comfortable with mobile banking. Can you hear me? Okay, our slides, what slide you see right now?
It's really hard to understand, I'm like the audio's not.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, cool. So right now the solution is a mobile platform that makes learning about personal finance easier. We really want to engage our users with a very interactive experience. So if you're familiar with Duolingo, we really want to do the same thing with financial literacy. We really want to provide personalized curriculums, and if I'm a high school student, I may care more about spring break as opposed to one who's 25 years old, finishing with a master's degree, looking to buy a house. So really allowing our users to really decide what we want to learn moving forward. We also want to have an opportunity for our users to realize and take full advantage of seeing their progress while studying. It's one thing to take exams, one thing to learn something, but seeing how you listen along with the material is really important to our users.
Your slides aren't changing.
How we make money is a freemium model. We really want to provide a free version for a lot of our users, but for those who want the more high-end knowledge. Hello? Oh, man. All right, let me go back to the first page there. All right, so what do you see now? I didn't break it, y'all, I promise. Okay, what do you see now? Education problem? See, that'll be a Wi-Fi fix, don't they? Okay. Okay, so Yellowbird, first page. Second page, it's an education problem. So one of the big things we really want to tackle is that a lot of these companies are spending 27 times more on advertising than they are on education. That is a huge gap. Super Bowl commercials, things you get in your mail, email advertising, website ads. We really want to cut down on the cost of spending on advertising and increase the money being spent on education. 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 in a savings account, which it may be a flight around the world, it may be a root canal. In other words, not a lot of money to begin with. And then finally, 63% of Americans can't pass a basic financial test. I know when I first started doing this stuff, I couldn't either, so no shame in being part of that 63%. Slide 3, y'all with me?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's keep everything all together. Our target market is millennials, in particular the 18 to 24-year-olds. They're the biggest user of mobile devices, but also the ones that are becoming able to make financial decisions for their own. Those who are in college, those who are finally getting jobs, having discretionary income, so we really want to target those users. To get to a more drilled down market, we really want to target the underbanked individuals, which makes up 30 million American citizens currently. We have two trends that are growing in our favor. The mobile learning market is growing really fast. You see Duolingo doing a lot of languages. You see a lot of coding boot camps on mobile now beginning to pick up pace, but also opportunity for financial literacy to begin to make a dent into that market. $37 billion being spent, $37 market space by 2020. Secondly, the mobile banking is getting much more comfortable. As I mentioned before, I haven't written a check in probably 5 years. If I get a check, I'm going to take a picture of it on my phone. I'm going to move cash via Venmo, PayPal, Snapcash, whatever the case may be. So mobile banking is a much more friendlier experience for millennials. So what we're trying to create is, we're not trying to, we've already done it. It's create Yellowbird, which is a mobile platform that makes personal finance easy. Interactive experience. We good? Everybody good? Thumbs up?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, cool. So we really want to have an interactive experience. Familiar with Duolingo, where they take one of these hard concepts and make it really fun and engaging. We want the exact same thing when it comes to understanding personal finance, whether it's looking at definitions, multiple choice, fill in the blank, leveraging fun images, interactive charts. We also want to have a personalized curriculum where each individual can study what they really want to study. So if I'm an 18-year-old kid, more excited about spring break, saving maybe something I'm really interested in, as opposed to a 30-year-old who's finishing up student loans, possibly going to buy a house, or the first or second car. Lastly, we want our users to be able to kind of track their progress, to really see if they're actually learning the materials that's before them. Something worth spending a lot of time and making no progress towards your end goal. So how we make money? We are a freemium app. So we provide a free app forever and always for our basic content, which is pretty high level. But for those who want to get the more detailed stuff, for example, learning about options trading, it'll be a small upcharge. And that begins in early 2017. And how we make the really good money is through storefront. And that's allowing financial companies to reach out to our users and really have it become quality leads. And that'll take place in late 2017. And so here, the future between each other, our quality lead process happens. So just maybe with Make.com, they recommend credit cards, they recommend insurance. I really want to have a very seamless, simplified experience in signing up for these cards or the next step in your financial institution within our actual platform. So here's the Yellowbird team, myself, and a few of my classmates from Georgia Tech. I think I heard that Jasmine Lawrence was in attendance at the event. She was former Yellow Jacket herself, so ramble on. 4 advisors, working with everybody here in Atlanta, Georgia. Here's our capital and milestones. We're looking for 12 months financing. $200,000 for a seed round will allow us to have 22,000 active users with 6% converting to a lead for a financial company with the value of $35 for each lead, which will generate $250,000 in revenue over the next 12 months. And last but not least is my contact information. This is what you guys see. And that's it for me. Thank you. Could you repeat it for me?
Hello? Wow, so loud. Can you hear me?
I can just repeat the question for me.
So my question is, how did you determine the lead value? The $35?
I reached out to 17 different companies that are really trying to attract millennials as their next target user, next customer. So 35 is the average dollar amount.
What's the exit strategy, and when would that happen, and who would that happen through? Would it be an IPO, or do you have a company that would purchase Yellowbird?
More likely if somebody was to make a merger acquisition of us would be like Intuit or Make.com. Personally, because this is something that's near and dear to my heart, very passionate project that I'm working on, I would try and build an evergreen company, so something that's lasting a little bit longer than traditional fast exit company. I think sometimes selling to a bigger company gets away from the reason why we're in the first place is to really help our target customers, and I feel like I've kind of just sold out. So I'm not looking for a super fast exit, but probably 10 years, if that was the case to be presented to us, something we can consider. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Who are your major competitors?
So I've seen a few that have started to really tackle the mobile space in terms of learning. Learn Luck is a new one. I wouldn't consider them major. I think a lot of companies that we would consider competitors are really just making the financial services industry a lot easier. So having the ability to have much smaller loans, like payment loans, student loan repayback, SoFi, Earnest. You see Honest all over the 401k. So it's not necessarily an educational component, it's more so making access to these financial services a lot easier for those who are typically left behind.
Okay, last question. How will you reach your target market to let them know that your app exists?
So we work primarily with a lot of community organizations, Boys and Girls Club, there's a team in Atlanta called Year Up, pretty prominent organization called Our Family Dinner. Travel Noir is the organization I helped start a couple of years ago, so leveraging my network that targets the target market along the line of our target market, but also leveraging a lot of universities and colleges. Atlanta is home to 37 institutions, so going out there and really doing a viral word of mouth marketing campaign on campus.